To Be Like Jesus, written by Ellen G. White.
God and God alone created all the things we call our own. From the mighty to the small, the glory in them all is God's and God's alone. God and God alone reveals the truth of all we call unknown. And the best and worst of men won't change the Master's plan. It's God's and God's alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that lives reserves its truest praise for God and God alone.
Worshipping at Home. November 20th. God alone is to be worshipped.
You shall destroy their altars and break down their sacred pillars, and cut down their wooden images, and burn their carved images with fire. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God. Deuteronomy 7, verse 5 and 6.
God would have his people understand that he alone should be the object of their worship. And when they should overcome the idolatrous nations around them, they should not preserve any of the images of their worship, but utterly destroy them. Many of these heathen deities were very costly and of beautiful workmanship, which might tempt those who had witnessed idol worship, so common in Egypt, to even regard this senseless object with some degree of reverence. The Lord would have his people know that it was because of the idolatry of these nations, which had led them to every degree of wickedness, that he would use the Israelites as his instruments to punish them and destroy their gods.
I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the earth of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee.
These promises of God to his children were on condition of their obedience. If they would serve the Lord fully, he would do great things for them. After Moses had received the judgment from the Lord and had written them for the people, also the promises on condition of obedience, the Lord said unto him, Come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the word of the Lord, and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice, and said, All the words which the Lord hath said will we do.
Moses had written not the 10 Commandments, but the judgments which God would have them observe, and the promises on conditions that they would obey him. He read this to the people, and they pledged themselves to obey all the words which the Lord had said. Moses then wrote their solemn pledge in a book, and offered sacrifices unto God for the people. And he took the book of the covenant, and read in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said, we will do, and be obedient. God and God alone created all the things we call our own. From the mighty to the small, the glory in them all is God's and God's alone. God and God alone the truth of all we call unknown. And the best and worst of man won't change the master's plan. It's God's and God's alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that lives reserves its true its praise for God and God alone. Join us tomorrow for another devotional reading by God's grace. May we worship God in spirit and in truth. May our hearts sing praises and adoration to our God.